Hi, this is Teresa Momber, and here's a look at the card I'll show you how to create in today's video. And this one's using my new stamp set called Framescape Simply Spring. Place a piece of 4 by 5¼ inch white cardstock into your stamp positioner. I'm using the Misti stamp positioner for my project. And then place the Framescape image onto the cardstock where you want it, and then bring the lid down so that the stamp sticks to it. Now, ink the image up. I'm using a really light ink. It's Angel Pink by Memento. And this is just to give a little pre-stamp to the cardstock so I'll be able to tell where everything is on my final image. Now I have a very faint impression of the Framescape image onto my cardstock, so that'll help me know where I want the colors to be. I'm starting by sponging very lightly using Gina K Tomato Soup ink. For this first color, I just created a fairly narrow band right across the center of the cardstock. Next, I wanted to create a mask for the sunset, so I cut a hole out of a sticky note and then placed it right where I want the sun to be. And then I'm sponging Gina K Sweet Corn ink into the center. Then I remove that mask and I take the circle that I cut from it and use that to mask over the sun that I just sponged in. Continue sponging once again using tomato soup ink just to make that band a little darker right around the sun. Switch to Gina K Sweet Mango ink and continue sponging, blending up from the previous color and then also working down a bit below that band. Now switch to Gina K Peach Bellini ink and continue sponging, working your way further up into the sky and also down into the foreground. Next, use Gina K Bubblegum Pink ink to blend into the peach from the top and bottom. Next, we'll add a little bit of purple by using Gina K Lovely Lavender ink, only working at the top and the bottom edges. And we want to darken that top of the sky and the bottom of the cardstock just a bit. So I'm using Gina K Black Onyx ink, but I am sponging off a ton of the ink, so there's just a little bit left on the sponge and working very lightly. Now you can remove the mask for the sun. And if you'd like, just to soften the look of the sun a tad, you can go back with a little bit of sweet mango ink and sponge around it a bit. Now place your cardstock back in your stamp positioner, exactly where it was before, and then ink it up with Gina K Black Onyx ink. Carefully lower the lid and stamp the image onto your cardstock. And I like to take a little extra time, since this is such a big image, to press all around. Next, stamp the little boy and dog images using Gina K Black Onyx ink. Now we'll add just a bit of color to the background. This is Copic marker YG95, and I'm using that just to add a little color to the uh, foliage of the trees, and then also to the shady places in the foreground. Next, I'll switch to Copic marker YG93 to blend out from the green that I used before and into the open areas of the meadow. Next, use Copic marker N1 to add some shadows in front of the dog and the boy. And then you can use this same marker to add some faint shadows in front of the trees. Now, before assembling my card, I trimmed the excess part on the outside of the frame away, so it'd just be nice and solid black on the edge. And then adhered that to a piece of peach Bellini cardstock that was trimmed slightly larger. And then I adhered both layers to a 4¼ by 5½ inch card base. And that completes today's video. Thanks for watching.